What's up? This is Tarek. In my previous video, we talked about indieVelo and we looked into some of their tactics to make a mark in this tight indoor cycling space race. And this time around, we're taking a closer look at indieVelo and Zwift, and we're comparing the nitty-gritty of what these two apps offer, and we'll dive into the dynamics of ride physics, workouts, racing, social features, and what they offer for multi-sports athletes. Plus, we'll get into the nuts and bolts of customizability and how your wallet feels about each app. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of how indieVelo and Zwift stacks up against each other. So let's dig into Zwift and indieVelo. Okay, let's first dive into the ride selection and route, and starting with indieVelo. This platform revolves around a singular island, offering two primary ways to explore it. First, there is the free ride option, which kicks off your journey on the eastern side of the island, leaving the route entirely up to you. Or you can pick from their curated list of routes. indieVelo currently offers 27 different configurations, ranging from flat terrains to those with a bit of elevation. Once you've chosen your route, simply hit Let's Ride to start, but there is more flexibility here. If you are in the mood for a structured workout, for example, you can select your preferred route and then switch to the terrain option. And this way, when you pick a workout, you'll be placed along the route that you have selected. Zwift, on the other hand, approximately has 129 different routes across 12 different worlds. Some are imaginary worlds like the fan favorite Watopia, and some routes are based on real world locations such as London and France. Within each world, Zwifts offer a variety of route configurations, some of which are variations of existing routes or combination of multiple routes to create an extended cycling route for you. And central to Zwift's platform is Watopia. That is their flagship world, always available to riders. And in addition to Watopia, Zwift features two guest worlds that rotate according to a fixed schedule. And this strategy intentionally limits the number of accessible worlds at any one time. And that is to concentrate riders in fewer worlds to create that bustling and social atmosphere. And this approach has proven to be very effective for Zwift. Today, despite having 3 worlds open simultaneously, you'll find the roads, especially in Watopia, full of riders. You can also select a workout first, and then Zwift will give you the option to select which route you want to ride on. Now let's talk about ride physics. indieVelo put a lot of work into this area, and you'll see it right away. This means things like how your avatar behaves when you lean into turns, brake onto tight corners, and when you are drafting behind someone. Wind speed and directions are displayed on your screen to help you strategize your placement in a group and your next move. Now, Zwift's got a different focus here. They are all about your gear and how your gear affects your ride. In Zwift, what you ride with really changes things. For example, ZwiftInsider.com found that if you ride for an hour, the difference between using a basic Zwift setup and something fancy like the Tron bike can be a whole minute. So gear choices are a big deal in Zwift. But here's the thing with Zwift. It's not quite spot on with ride dynamics. Your avatar can take a sharp turn without slowing down, which isn't what exactly happens in real life. Now, let's talk about structured workouts and how you control things in erg mode. indieVelo's got a neat selection of structured workouts, including different type of FTP tests to choose from. The cool thing is you can also bring in your workouts from other apps like Training Peaks, for example. And also indieVelo can handle custom workout files too, like .erg, .mrc, or Zwift workout formats. And when you are in workout mode in indieVelo, you've got erg mode, yes, but also a terrain mode that makes it feel like you are really riding outside and you are in full control of resistance. And a fixed mode option that basically makes the road flat unless you control the resistance of the trainer. You can switch these modes easily, just tap around in the workout menu screen or in the trainer settings menu. The screen shows you all sort of stuff, your heart rate, power, cadence, and there's this window that shows your current interval targets for wattage and cadence, plus averages for heart rate, power, and cadence for the current interval. And when a new interval kicks in, it starts counting these averages all over again. That's more details than most apps. And here's a cool trick. you can hide the list of intervals on the left side of the screen by hitting the W key, or hide the workout graph at the bottom of the screen with the G key, or hide everything on the screen and just have a full screen clear of menus by hitting the H key. Now, flipping over to Zwift workouts. Zwift's got a much bigger library of workouts and even workout plans for both cycling and running. Plus, they've got this workout builder where you can make your own workouts or tweak an existing workout right in the app. And just like indieVelo, you can import workouts from other apps like Training Peaks. And I really like Zwift's erg player when you're using the Zwift companion app. It is super user-friendly. Everything just a tap away if you are using the Zwift companion app. You can adjust the workout difficulty, pause your workout, switch erg mode on and off, and tweak trainer resistance. It's all pretty straightforward and easy to use. On the left side of your screen, you will see your workout segments. The main display is similar to indieVelo, showing your heart rate, power, and cadence, plus a progress bar for your current interval and target, but no averages. Also, unlike indieVelo, you cannot hide the intervals menu or workout graph or go on full menu display. Okay, let's talk about the social aspects in these two apps. indieVelo's got a bunch of ways to hang out and ride with others, and we're talking group rides, pace rides, group workouts, challenges, races, you name it. They make it easy to check out events, create your own events, and share events and invite your friends to join you. You can also set up your own group rides or races, but here's a heads up. In indieVelo, you'll find yourself riding along a lot of bots. And I mean by bots are basically bots, not real riders. It can be tricky at first to tell who's who, but you'll get the hang of it. So if you are the chatty type of riders, you'll quickly realize that you're talking to yourself. Now, Zwift is a whole other level of social. It's like that bustling city of indoor cycling. Anytime, day or night, you are riding with thousands of real people. They've got events running nonstop, group rides, workout, races, you name it. If you want company without planning ahead, just join a pacer bot for a ride or run at a steady pace. And creating your own meetup in Zwift are easy. If you want to set up a club and host events, go for it. Some of their events, like the Tour of Watopia, are absolutely massive. You'll be in there with thousands of other riders. All right, let's dive into the world of racing. With indieVelo, racing isn't just another feature. It's the heart of what they do. They did not just add racing as an extra, they built the whole app around making competitive racing a big deal and fair and credible. And here's how indieVelo stands out. They're not just looking at how many watts you are cranking out. They are digging deeper, really getting into the details of your riding. They check if someone's efforts are superhuman, study riders' past performances, and analyze how your heart rate and power play together. It's all about the fine details, even down to the gear you are using. They check your equipment, from how your trainer is calibrated to specific data like flywheel speed and serial numbers. They're thorough and making sure everything is legit and there is no sneaky tech tweaks. You can even record your smart trainer and power meter data together in a dual recorded fit file. But here's the thing with indieVelo's system, it hasn't been really tested or put into test to see if it actually works. The platform is brand new, so it will be interesting to see how all the curious minds and hackers out there try to break into all these parameters they have in place. Now, let's talk about Zwift racing. It's a whole different ball game. It's thrilling, it's challenging, it's the real deal in virtual bike racing. Zwift races are super competitive, and picture this, about 1,200 races every week organized by over 500 different groups. Last winter, nearly a third of Zwift users were racing. And if you haven't tried a Zwift race yet, seriously, you're missing out. But it is not all smooth riding for Zwift. With that popularity, there's been some drama too, especially around cheating. It's pretty common to spot riders in the C and B categories pushing pro-level wattage. Some of this is on purpose and some not so much. Zwift doing their best to keep things fair, from banning rule breakers to using tech like the cone of shame for riders who go beyond their norm. And for the big races, they manually check data to catch cheaters. So yeah, racing in Zwift, it's a big deal, and it's as close as you can get to real competition and fun on a trainer, so give them a try. In the multi-sport arena, indieVelo maintains just a laser focus on cycling and cycling only. Zwift, on the other hand, embraces a broader multi-sport approach. They incorporate running into its platform. They offer a suite of running-specific features, including dedicated running routes, tailored running workouts and plans, and even specialized running track. Zwift also hosts group runs and competitive running races. This aspect is significantly important for multi-sport athletes who form a substantial portion of Zwift's user base. And for someone like me, this is a major advantage. Whether I am pounding the treadmill at home or using one at the gym, I find myself using Zwift, particularly when doing a specific running workouts with intervals. Just having the visual aids makes it much easier to keep track of intervals. So let's spend a minute here on device compatibility. indieVelo is currently just for Mac and Windows, no iOS, no iPad, no Android, no Apple TV, and they are not planning on branching out anytime soon. Their focus is to keep pushing out new features and updates quickly without getting bogged down by all the rules and delays you sometimes get hit with the app stores. Now, Zwift is a whole different story. It's pretty much everywhere: macOS, Windows, iPhone, iPads, Android, and Apple TV. Chances are you've got something at home that you can run Zwift. As far as bike trainers, Zwift plays nice with even the basic old school dumb trainers, the ones that do not even measure power. All you need is a speed sensor that works with Zwift. However, indieVelo requires a power meter or smart trainer. No power meter, no indieVelo. Moving on to customizability, indieVelo really steps up the game here. You can tweak your display to show just the information that you are interested in. And when it comes to controlling your smart trainer, indieVelo's got 5 different modes to play with as you ride: slope, wind, draft, virtual gearing, and workout erg mode. You can fine-tune all these in the trainer settings menu. indieVelo also offers virtual gearing. It's like having a virtual cassette at your fingertips without using your actual bike's cassette. Just use the plus minus keys to adjust resistance on the fly. No gear shifting is needed. Now, looking at Zwift, the customization options are a bit more on the basic side. You've got the screen resolution, trainer difficulty, chat options, game audio, and that sort of things. But Zwift does bring its own unique gadgets to the table, like the Zwift Hub 1 bike trainer with the cog, with features that mesh perfectly with Zwift. They've also got the Zwift Play controllers that you can use to control many aspects of the game, like turning, brakes, virtual gearing, giving thumbs up. Also, the Zwift Companion app is great for chatting, navigating, and controlling some features while you ride. So, indieVelo is currently in beta and is free to use, but for those who want to chip in and support this project, there is a membership option at $12.99 US dollars per month, or an annual option for $129.99 US dollars that will get you into the Founders Club with some perks. Zwift, on the other hand, costs $15 per month or $149 per year. And if you happen to be shopping for a bike trainer, the Zwift Hub 1 comes with a 1-year Zwift membership. Also, Wahoo is bundling their trainer or smart bikes with a 1-year membership option for an extra $100. So that's an extra $50 saving for you. So here's the thing. I think indieVelo have nailed it right from the get-go in a lot of areas. This app feels like it's been tailor-made with some of those features that we have been wishing Zwift would add. indieVelo's big selling game is racing, credibility, and giving you the tools you need to ensure fair racing. They are more about the tech and features than the flashy graphics, and it shows. When you are riding, the realism hits you, the way you take corners, brake, draft, even how the wind affects your ride. It is impressive. It's also important to know that their strategy is to be a service provider, meaning they want to work with the UCI, with other cycling apps, and provide them with the tech they've built, or possibly sell it altogether. Now with Zwift, it's a mature app. You've got everything you need to dial in your indoor cycling needs, and that includes running. The social side of Zwift is absolutely massive. It's constantly buzzing with cyclists and runners, and you can hop on it with pretty much any device at home. Zwift built an app with a set of features that will grab your attention and keeps you coming back for more. Sure, indieVelo is all about race integrity and credibility, but let's face it, how often do you race? Most hardcore racers probably race once a week. I personally race 10, 15 times per year, but what I do every time I hop on Zwift is I pick a workout and execute that workout, or I'll go and find a group ride or a pace ride and do that. So Zwift, with its huge crowd and features, brings its own kind of energy. So what's your take? Would you go for Zwift or indieVelo? Let me know in the comments. There you have it, folks. Feel free to share this video with others in your life, and do not forget to tap that like button. And if you are still watching but have not subscribed yet, you know what to do. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next video.